during sunrise and eating before sunset, it is actually helping you metabolize most of the nutrients. Breakfast is the most important meal. We have a serving size of fruits.
Sure.
If you exceed that serving size, then you are giving excess fructose in your body. So if we sit today and only talk about oils, we'll have an entire podcast on oils.
Yes.
The best cooking oil for Indian cooking, I would say it's coconut oil. There are labels simply like stating no sugar, no calories, gluten-free. You don't require gluten-free. If you don't have IBS, you don't need gluten-free products.
Break down cereals, muesli, cornflakes, oats. What is good, what is bad over there? A glass of red wine a day, a good thing or a bad
You
thing?
should read articles whether are they sponsored from any wineries or not, and what you're pairing up your alcohol with.
Roasted cashew nuts.
Very wrong.
But if there's something that I want to improve my heart health with, to change my diet with, that I can do tomorrow morning, what is the first thing I should do?
If the doctors of today don't become the nutritionists, then the nutritionist will become the doctors of future.
Hi, I'm Jagu and welcome back to another episode of the Good Doctors podcast by Zainova Shelby Hospital, where we bring you expert insights to help you take charge of your health. Now, while genetics plays a role, what you eat daily has a far bigger impact than you might realize. Joining us is a clinical nutritionist and dietitian Jinal Patel with 8 years of experience and has transformed over 4,000 lives. She's here to reveal the foods that silently harm your heart and the smart, science-backed swaps that you can use to make a real difference. If you think you're eating healthy, this episode might surprise you. Welcome to the show. Jinal, welcome to the show and thank you so much for doing this with us. It's not medical as much as I want to discuss multiple lifestyle issues. Though I understand very clearly that you're dealing more with patients who come with issues and they can be helped with diets. But then
Right.
at some level, diet is an important element for all of us.
Yes.
So here's my thing. Invariably, we think of medical issues in terms of genetics.
Right.
But diet certainly plays a role, doesn't it?
True. So first of all, thank you for having me here. I hope that we make a real difference through this podcast for our audience. So as we talk about genetics, we'll also talk about the diet part. But firstly, genetics, I'm glad that we are starting from the basics. Okay, so genetically, there are approximately 30 genes involved in disease processes.
Okay.
So now the one which is linked directly to cardiovascular diseases or heart diseases is an apolipoprotein E.
Okay.
So it's a fatty molecule which is helping clearing the cholesterol from the blood.
This is an important
Yeah.
one.
So if it's deficient or if its variants are deficient in the body, automatically you are more susceptible to cardiovascular diseases at a very early age.
Okay.
One more aspect is we have studied that if the father is having an heart attack before 55 and if a mother is having an heart attack before 65, the offspring will have an early onset of cardiovascular disease.
Okay. The data is unarguable over there.
Yes,
Okay.
it's observed in many patients.
So now this is the genetic element of it.
Right.
Whether it's the genes, whether it's the track record of, say, the parents, all of that. How does diet play into this? From a heart health and even
Yes.
general health perspective.
See, as per the eating habits, I would also talk about one more perspective here. So health is generational. Okay, so if you want to say your kids today that you love them, the best way is to keep a healthy habit of eating, lifestyle modifications, exercise. It is very simple. If he or she sees you having at least 2 additional snack along with the 3 major meals,
Yeah.
he'll start adopting it.
Got it. Got
Okay,
it.
if he's seeing you working out for more than 2 to 3 days in a week, he'll start adopting as it is a normal thing.
So teaching by doing.
Teaching by doing, yes. And diet, of course, eating habits like looking for foods which have highly saturated fatty acids or artificial colors or flavors, those are common things we need to see during our eating habits.
So, and I'm going to come to that packaged food, saturated
Yeah.
foods, and all of that. But eating habits per se, and food elements will come to at some
Yes.
later point
Yes.
in more detail.
Yeah.
But what are the healthy eating habits that we should have that we are not doing?
So the most important one is the meal sequencing.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you have a plate in front of you, usually whenever patient walks into my OPD, I take their recall. I try and understand what he is trying to eat at home, and I try to modify it.
Okay.
If I am imposing my dietary plans to them, they'll be inconsistent in that.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
Like
simply
you can't
by
tell everybody intermittent
yeah,
fasting. Okay.
Yeah, correct. So if I'm saying that let's have a little more portion of fiber today,
Sure.
we'll start with one thing at a time. So I'll get the consistency in them.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So if I say proteins, abhi focus nahi karte, let's just focus on the fiber thing first.
Sure.
So fill your plate with your greens, fibers from plant sources, pulses. That ways it helps you in the meal sequencing also and better eating habits.
Got it. So you're talking about the positives.
Right.
I want to little bit reflect upon the negatives.
Negatives.
What are those eating habits that we do that end up affecting heart health?
So the first thing is the circadian rhythm based on the sleep cycle. It
Now-
affects your metabolism.
So now each one of us have a individual and personalized circadian rhythm, or can we just assume sunset, sunrise, and that's it?
Yeah, we can give it as an overall perspective.
Okay.
Like eating during sunrise and eating before sunset, it is actually helping you metabolize most of the nutrient.
Got it.
Okay, in the body. So today, if we say if you are eating before 7:30 or at 5:30, the food is more metabolized. The same food, if you are eating in the morning, it is even more metabolized.
Got it. So eat heavier.
Meals in the morning.
Okay.
So that is why breakfast is the most important meal. You're fasting overnight. You're breaking the fast. So here you can have your healthy fats, your proteins, fibers, carbohydrates, everything.
Fair. Okay. So you can eat well
Yeah.
as long as you keep it within your circadian rhythm broadly after sunrise, before sunset.
These are the natural biohacks that we can do for our body.
Okay. Now, in terms of quantities and what we should be eating and what we should not be eating, we'll get into a little bit
Yes.
detail later. But you touched upon processed foods.
Yeah.
I want to go into that a little bit more.
Yes.
We know processed foods, ultra processed foods, packaged foods are bad, but some are worse than others. What should we be looking out for? Sometimes the packaging doesn't even say
Yeah.
the positives, negatives,
They try
the
to hide it.
ingredients
Yeah.
correctly. Even though it's mandated legally, sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right.
What should we be looking out for, not looking out for? Why is it even bad to begin with?
Yeah. So firstly, I'll let you know that the highly processed food or the ultra processed foods are very highly palatable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it goes hand in hand. They are simply but lacking few essential nutrients like fiber. So it is directly linked to your gut health also.
Yeah.
If you're not providing adequate fiber to your gut, it is coming to you as a bad response.
So there's no fiber in
no-
processed foods, period.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They are simply sugars and fatty acids. And I would like to emphasize that, see, we all know gut is our second brain. But there's a revolutionary perspective to this. Our brains would have not existed without signals coming from the gut.
I see. Okay, elaborate that.
Yeah. So whenever, see, if you're taking fiber, it stays in the gut for a longer time. It takes time. Slow digestion is what we want in patients. So whenever there's a slow digestion, the absorption of nutrients is more effective.
Fair enough. Okay.
So it signals the brain automatically to
And-
release the enzymes and to metabolize, to get absorbed properly.
तो मना आराम से करो is the point of it.
Yes.
Okay. And can I assume that if your fibers being digested slower in the gut, does that allow you to feel fuller for longer?
Very true, very true. So it doesn't give you an early satiety. Okay. Sugars on eating, again after 2 hours, आप वापस hungry हो जाओगे.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is the gastric emptying is faster and quicker with
Sure.
sugars,
Sure.
where there is no fiber.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, but fibers is the slow and steady thing that you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned sugars
Yeah.
in processed foods. Sure, sugars, salts, all of that. That debate continues, right? Sugar is bad for you, salt is bad for you.
Right.
In some, like what, diabetics, etc.,
Right.
etc. Then that is a medically proven thing. But just generally, whether it's a general health perspective or a cardiac health perspective, I don't want to say what is better. What is worse, sugar or salt?
So this is like the debate of the century now.
Yes.
And if we talk about the debates, first I'd like to, come up with two studies. Okay, so one study says that eating foods which are with added sugars, they have more impact on blood pressure than the salt. We have always been hearing that salt आपके BP के लिए खराब है, आपको hypertension है तो आप salt कम लीजिए. Okay, there's the other study which says balancing both. So both of them are white poisons that we
Yeah,
call sugar
yeah,
and salt.
yeah.
So optimizing them in your diet will be helpful. But the thing I would like to make a note here is whenever you take a source which is a substantial source of dietary sodium, it is also a substantial source of added sugars.
Explain that to me.
So now, whenever you take anything which is with added sugar,
Yeah.
it has a worst impact on blood pressure
Sure.
than salt.
Sure.
Because
So
the
natural
sources,
sugar, fruit, all of that is
even
fine.
fructose in that case,
Okay.
has shown increased variabilities in your BP, then cardiometabolic heart rate, oxygen demand. So yes,
But
whenever
we're not talking juices here. We're talking full fruit, whole fruit.
juices
So
are
juices are understood to be.
yes, but fruits also, we have a serving size of fruits.
Sure.
If you exceed that serving size, then you are giving excess fructose in your body.
Okay. And so complete your point about fructose. How is that?
So it is directly linked to increasing variabilities in your cardiometabolic health. So it is increasing the BP variability, the systolic diastolic pressure is been hampered because of excess sugar, then the salt. So
Okay.
sugar is the number one villain.
Yeah.
If you are taking foods which are highly sugary foods, then automatically उसमें ज़्यादा sodium भी आ रहा है to preserve it.
Oh.
So
I see your
salt is
point.
not the only thing which is harming you.
Okay.
It is coming along with sugars.
Okay. Now, processed foods will have extra salt.
Right.
Leave processed foods out of it. Just the salt that we use in cooking.
Yeah.
Is lesser better? Because what
Definitely.
in taste, then there's a problem.
Obviously. So what we see while planning a diet is the how much amount of sodium is going into the diet. So
Okay.
we stick to approximate 24 mgs per day.
Okay.
So salt as a source of sodium, we say 2 to 3 grams per day.
Okay.
So you can simply restrict अगर आप normal रोटी सब्जी दाल चावल खा रहे हो. So I will ask you to completely avoid salt in your rotis and rice. You can
Okay.
add a little bit in your dal and sabzis.
Got it.
Avoid using table salts.
Okay. Now that table salt, we have rock salt, iodized, Himalayan salt, sea salt, some 5 other different colors of salt.
आपको टेस्ट चाहिए तो चाट मसाला बेटर है. Okay, so I would not say you give a replacement to salts. Use your normal iodized salt, but in
Okay.
limitation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is your 2 to 3 grams in a
Yes,
day.
yes.
Put it in the dals and sabzis,
Yeah.
leave it out of the rice and the rotis.
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep
fair
it
enough.
simple. Yeah.
Now, we've dealt with those two elements, sugar and salt. Now, let me come to oils.
Right.
Not all oils are created equal.
Right.
And oils are also sometimes they become fads. Like olive oil, ऐसा है, mustard oil, ऐसा है, sunflower oil, अच्छा है, बुरा है. I mean, I'm paraphrasing desperately,
If
but then
we
the oil
sit-
story has been going on for decades.
Yeah. So if we sit today and only talk about oils, we'll have an entire podcast on oils.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, from our perspective, if we say choosing your oils, there are few factors that we look after. Okay. So the best cooking oil for Indian cooking, I would say it's coconut oil.
Okay.
Why? Because it has a very high smoke point,
So you can cook in it at a
high flame,
high flame temperature, high flame
and
without it
still it
becoming bad.
preserves the nutrients in them.
Got it. Okay.
So if the oils are heat liable, so very common nowadays we have olive oil, but it is a dressing oil.
Yes.
We can't be using it for a cooking oil.
Yes.
We can't heat it on a very high flame. It loses all its properties.
What about mustard oil?
Mustard oil has omega 3,
Hmm.
but we always suggest you should go with blends of oil instead of going for one particular type of oil, because every oil has a different property in it.
Yes.
Okay, and your body needs all of them.
Okay.
So sticking to one particular type of oil, we say after every 3 months you can change the type of oil.
Yeah.
Instead doing a combination of ghee
Hmm.
and oil, half teaspoon ghee, half teaspoon oil, and then you do the vagar.
Ah.
It's much better.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, omega 3, omega 6 together gives a better quality.
Fair enough.
Okay, one more thing, we only see oils from the perspective of the flavors.
Yes.
Okay, some South Indian would love the food in coconut oil, but the same chole bhature won't be cooked in coconut oil.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so it is regional also.
Hmm.
But the first point you should see is always prioritize on the heat or the smoke point.
Got it. Okay. And
So that is how you bifurcate good oil for cooking, good oil for salad dressings.
yeah. Now this we have to figure out. The smoke point we have to figure out for ourselves. That's invariably not on the label.
No, it is not. It is
Okay.
not.
So we need to know before we buy what we want to buy. There's
True.
no checking the label and saying, does this go, or listening to the shopkeeper as it were.
Labels also nowadays are so misleading.
Yeah.
So it is very confusing for the commoners and laymen.
I want to come to that.
Yeah.
There are some foods that are marketed as healthy,
True.
but they're coming out of a package. They're coming out of a packet.
Yeah,
I'm sure there are some misconceptions about what foods are healthy
there are. Yeah.
and what are not. I mean, how do I tell? Or do you have any guidelines that you use?
See, there are labels simply like stating no sugar, no calories, gluten free. You don't require gluten free. You've been eating wheat.
Yeah.
If you're not a gluten intolerant person, you don't need it. If you don't have IBS, you don't need gluten free products.
Fair.
Those are just simply marketing gimmicks. Mr. Revant, the food farmer, is spreading unbelievable realities of the packaged food industry. I think he's creating the biggest revolution in India today,
Wow.
only on the labels.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. He's explaining
He's explaining.
what the label says and what it
Right,
actually means,
right.
or is he breaking down how bad packaged food is?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. No, he's not someone I follow.
Yeah.
The name is familiar.
Yeah,
He's
the
not
food
someone
farmer.
I follow, but clearly someone one should have a look at once in a while.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So look, those are the bad elements,
Right.
as it were, the negative elements in what we're eating, not eating. Let me come to the healthier elements. What should we be looking at? What is a good diet? Base.
I would say the balanced diet is the good diet. And if we are talking for heart health,
For heart health.
the best is the Mediterranean diet.
Okay. What else goes into the Mediterranean diet that works for us aside from the fats
Protein and the fibers.
Yeah.
The fibers mostly, the greens,
Okay.
they are so close to the nature. Greens, I usually say, are the little love notes to your heart.
Lovely.
Okay, so there's a new concept on greens also that the nutritionists today are practicing, is about the plant points.
Explain that.
So if you're taking 30 plant points in a week, you're keeping your heart healthy. You're keeping your gut healthy.
Plant points is each point is me eating
Yeah, so I
plant, vegetable,
Yeah,
green.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so greens,
Huh.
your walnuts, say for example seeds.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
all are giving you good plant points. We don't even take at least 3 out of them. If you start taking 4 to 5 on an average per day,
Okay.
you'll reach that
You're-
30 ka goal.
You're saying generally you've noticed from the people
Yeah,
that you're
people are
treating,
not even taking 3.
we're not even hitting 3.
No.
What we want to be hitting is 4 and 5.
Yes.
Okay.
In one single day.
No, I understand. Huh?
Yeah.
And then you multiply that and hopefully get
Yes,
30 at the
yes.
end of the week.
So we're doing nothing but just giving a lot of fiber.
Okay. Can the Mediterranean diet be converted to the Indian context? Isn't that difficult?
It is very similar to Indian thing, but we have a lot of simple carbohydrates in our diet. Okay, so I would not take rice as a simple carbohydrates. You can take rice also. Even for diabetics, I do write rice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not taking away your rice from the plate.
Okay.
But I would say you restrict the amount, portion control. You double the quantity of vegetable and dal in your thali.
Okay.
So you're automatically giving the protein and the fiber which is required.
Yeah, but sometimes carbs are fun, no?
Yeah,
That is
they
the-
are. So that is why, if that is what I explained you, that I'm not taking away things from you. I'll just modify proper meal sequencing, eat your fibers first, eat your proteins next, then you come to the carbohydrates.
Got it. Okay.
Along
Now,
with good fats, of course.
I can have my protein and my carb together, or do I have to have
You
it?
have to. So that is giving a good quality protein to you.
I
Okay,
see.
in vegetarian protein, this is a very important point that you have put up. So whenever you take a cereal and a lentil together, best quality protein. All your South Indian breakfasts are classic examples of good quality protein.
Idli, sambar, and
Yeah,
okay.
the biosynthesis is very good, excellent.
Got
Okay, cereal and milk, oats with milk, kheer for non-diabetics, and mix of dal. Instead of going for one particular dal, आप एक पंचरत्न दाल ले सकते हो आपकी थाली में to make it
Okay.
look healthier also and tasty also.
You mentioned cereals and oats.
Yeah.
Often enough, they come out of a box. Now, break down cereals, muesli, cornflakes, oats. What is good? What is bad over there?
See, minimally processed are always good.
Now, the point is that sometimes those labels say whatever, homemade, minimally processed,
Yeah.
no additives,
Right.
but I don't know. So how do I decipher? How do I decide what is good, what is bad when I'm seeing it on a shop shelf?
I'll shock you with this, but ideally we are not getting the quality that we are actually demanding.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to hear this, but I don't know how to control for
So
it. You know what I'm
oats
saying?
is nothing but a wheat brand. So whenever you do the refining of wheat, वो जो हस्क निकल के हम लोग फेंक देते थे, वही आजकल हम खा रहे हैं. We are not looking at a whole grain. Whole grain आ रहे हैं अभी market में,
Okay.
but they are again processed for preservation.
Okay. So, look, if I want this, if I want oats, muesli, whatever,
Yeah.
that whole list of things,
Yeah.
what does one do? Make it at home or?
So you can simply buy the ones with zero additives,
Okay.
flavors. A lot of flavors have come up.
But unflavors, additives?
Abhi, if I talk about oats, instead of going for masala oats, you buy the normal oats.
Oh, you're saying avoid the flavors?
Yes, because
okay.
they have preservatives
Okay.
and colors
Yes.
which are harmful again.
Sure.
So that ways you can buy those stuff.
Okay. But read the label carefully before you buy.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, we're talking about healthy diets, healthy elements within the diets. I want to come to superfoods. Now, superfood, I mean, I get the point of superfoods, okay? There are some foods that have more happy ingredients, good ingredients
True.
that the equivalent quantities of other foods do not. I
Right.
get the basis of superfoods.
Right.
But the superfood itself keeps changing. One year it's item A, one year it's item B, next year it's item C.
There are many.
There are many. So, are there any that are underrated or overrated?
I'll give you a few which are important for your heart health.
Okay.
First, we'll talk about the fenugreek seeds,
Okay.
which is the methi seeds.
Yeah. That is.
People have been taking for diabetes and cholesterol.
वो तो पानी में
4 to 5, not more than that is required. You
Okay.
soak it, you gulp it, or you just powdered it, take it just 1/4 teaspoon, not more than that, because it's heaty for the body. It has mucilaginous fibers,
Okay.
okay, which lowers your LDL cholesterol,
I see.
which is the bad cholesterol. Like we talked about HDL,
Sure.
Also, it has saponins in it.
What has happened?
So they are helping in the cholesterol biosynthesis.
I see.
This is making it superfood
Okay. Why diabetics taking it?
for controlling the sugars because of the fiber content in it.
So it also does that. It's a
Yeah.
cholesterol control element. It's a
Yes.
sugar control element.
It has hypocholestemic effects.
Okay. So yeah, it is a superfood.
It is a superfoods.
This whole millet story that has been happening over the last 3-4 years. What's your view on that?
So millets, again, based on the fiber and the protein, we'll talk here. The best is bajra.
Okay.
Then comes wheat.
Okay.
Then comes jowar.
Bajra, wheat, jawar. Okay.
Okay. I missed quinoa.
Ah.
So before wheat, we have quinoa as well because of the protein.
Oh, so bajra, quinoa, wheat, and
Jawar.
jawar. Okay.
And then ragi, because excess of ragi is not good for the diabetics.
I see. But generally, if you're not diabetic, ragi is high up on that list.
Yes.
It's fair to
yes,
assume.
Yes.
Okay. So, evergreen superfoods, as it were, millets in the sequence that you mentioned, fenugreek seeds.
Yeah. Garlic.
Garlic is a superfood?
Yes, it is. Why
Oh.
are we forgetting our spices? Indian spices do wonders in your diet. We can't think of food without our spices.
Okay.
Okay. Like how we have cooking oil as a staple thing in our kitchen. Without spices, we can't, think of it.
Spices I get, but the fact that some of those spices are superfoods, I'm unaware of. Please explain.
See, I'll talk about garlic, 1 or 2 cloves. Even people have started eating it on an empty stomach, just the paste of garlic for cholesterol.
I can't do that.
Okay.
I cannot do that.
And it
it's
is-
a taste thing.
See, it has sulfur compounds.
But I can, like, garlic goes into my food. That's
Yeah.
good enough, or the paste is somehow more effective?
More effective.
Ah.
Because of the sulfur compounds in them, you're not heating it, you're not removing the sulfur from it, you are directly taking it, which is directly stopping the cholesterol biosynthesis. वो cholesterol आगे बनने ही नहीं दे रहा है.
God. Oh, I see. Okay.
So that is how,
It's like a wall.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like a wall.
Excellent. So we have the superfoods element. We have everything that we've discussed in terms of millets,
Yeah.
what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let me now come to liquids, hydration.
Hydration is very important, very crucial for the heart health, because the main function of it, if we talk about heart health, is providing the blood volume.
Okay.
If you are dehydrated, it helps you pump the blood properly. So if you are dehydrated, the blood becomes thicker, ultimately leading to plaque formation, which is nothing but fatty deposition in the arteries. So it is equally important to not just look upon the superfoods or the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, but hydration plays a very crucial role here.
Fair enough. And, there seems to be a blanket 3 liters of water, 4 liters of water. That can't be right. No, there must be some body weight involvement, male,
Yeah,
female,
so-
age. Are you 20? Are you 60?
Not the age, but yes, the body weight. So if you are weighing, for every 20 kilos, you require 1 liter
Okay.
of water. So I'll also water helps you at cellular level
Okay.
for the fluid balance in the cell.
Okay. So
Okay,
now
so
this
if
is
your
not just a
cells-
blood flow thing.
Not the blood flow thing.
Okay.
Because of imbalances in electrolytes, it does affect your heart.
Got it. Okay.
Electrolytes are involved with the heart. Magnesium is very good for the muscle contractions. Okay, so excess of fluid also. I'll talk about excess of fluids also.
Yes.
Okay, so dehydration makes it toxic, and overhydration is also not good. So if you are taking 4-5 liters of water in a day, you're diluting all the nutrients.
Yes.
So it is simply flushing out of the body through urine or sweat.
I understand. Yeah.
So we stick to 2 to 3 liters per day.
Okay. Fair enough.
If we take an average weight of an Indian is 65.
Okay. So that's 3 liters,
Yes.
give or take.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Now, those are the good things.
Right.
Let me come to some myths. And I want to put to you right now that I enjoy some of those myths.
Yeah, that is a
So-
very interesting thing for me as well.
So, red wine. I've read articles. I'm not saying I've read the research papers. I've read the articles.
Yeah.
Multiple articles quoting multiple research papers. It's good, it's bad, it's this, it's that. Is it or is it not? Is a glass of red wine a day a good thing or a bad thing?
You should read articles whether are they sponsored from any wineries or not.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
If you go with the studies, the real studies, it has resveratrol, flavons,
Okay.
which are anti-aging.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
Again,
more I drink, the younger I'll look.
yeah, but in limitations. In
See,
limitation.
there is a caveat, limitation.
Yes,
Huh.
yes, limitations. It is good anti-aging. Plus, it is because of the resveratrol. It is again a superfood.
Oh, is that right?
Right.
Okay.
And the process in making the wine, the fermentation is happening. So again, it is a very good process for your body.
Okay, you're spoiling my party by saying in limited amounts. What is limited?
So, see, occasionally drinking would not harm. In one particular day, I would not advise you more than a glass.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And what you're pairing up your alcohol with,
Roasted cashew nuts.
very wrong.
Oh. Now what should I be doing?
Have a little salad or a dry starter.
With red wine?
Yeah, before you start your red wine.
Salad with red wine? No.
Before you start the
Papad?
red.
At least papad allow me?
No.
No, that's also not allowed. Oh, okay. Chalo. Wait, so, okay. So, but in all seriousness, salads, dry starters, what else?
You can also have nuts like almonds and walnuts.
Okay.
Okay. but,
Unsalted, unroasted,
Unsalted.
unflavored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Now, look, I specifically asked about red wine because that seems to be the one that most people are talking about.
Right.
But how about other types of alcohol? Good, bad, somewhere in between?
They are bad. Why? Because they are altering the metabolism of your carbohydrates.
Okay.
Okay. So, जो मैंने Krebs cycle के बारे में बात
Yes.
किया, वो
The Krebs cycle is the regular digestive cycle that a body follows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it is hampering one of the stages of Krebs cycle and converting it to simple sugars.
Oh, I see. Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough.
So which is ultimately converting to fats.
Understood.
Excess sugar, excess proteins are also converting to fat.
I see. Which is why quantities are important.
Very
You
important.
can't just get up and say, I'm having a lot of protein.
मैंने
You should
protein
not be
shake
having.
पिया है दिन में 3 बार is not advisable.
Okay, fair enough. Now, aside from all of this, there's also the calorie issue, right?
Right?
Okay, so that is a whole separate thing from
Yes.
all of what we've just discussed.
Right.
Okay, what is the least calorific alcohol one can consume safely? So, therefore, what is the least calorific alcohol and how much is okay to consume in terms of units?
I would say rum.
Okay,
I'm not very sure about it, but I think rum has less calories, and also it is helping you go through a process which is generating a lot of heat. So rum
Yeah.
and gin have a thermogenesis process.
okay.
So
Which is a heat generation and therefore
yes,
calorie
burning fats and
burning
calories.
fat process. Interesting. Okay, another element. Moving away
Right.
from this.
Yes,
Eggs.
right.
Again, there's a plus and a minus. Eggs create cholesterol. Eggs are a great source of protein. Is there a middle ground? Are both true? Is one of them
Both
wrong?
of them are true.
Okay.
But again, having it in the breakfast time, so I usually advise 2 to 4 egg whites in a day with 1 yolk.
Okay. Okay.
Your liver can synthesize 2 grams of cholesterol per day.
2 grams
so-
of cholesterol per day. Okay.
So if you are taking more than 300 mgs per day of cholesterol, only with the diet you're not able to, burn it
Okay.
in simple way. So if I
So
say
that means
even
that
if
involves
you're
exercise or
more of exercise, yes,
Okay,
the diet alone cannot help you here.
okay.
And you have to exercise along with that, and only workouts also don't help.
Sure.
Okay, so you need to choose your workout also very wisely. So if your cholesterol levels are showing you, the total cholesterol is showing more than 260 mg per dl, then diet alone will not help you. You'll have to choose a exercise routine.
Okay. No, fair enough. And there's enough people who say they both
Yeah.
go hand in hand. You can't be sitting at a desk for 10 hours a day and then
Correct.
going to bed and say you have a great diet and assume you're healthy. That's
So
not
if
true.
I'm managing the cholesterol in your diet also
Hmm.
below 300
Hmm.
by giving you egg whites,
Okay.
then why can't we take it?
No, sure.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we are managing that ways.
Okay, fair enough.
And managing cholesterol not just directly through the sources.
Hmm.
If you're not eating on time, I'll tell you a very simple example
Oh,
on this.
timing plays a role.
Timing, also how many meals that you are taking.
Hmm.
You should get used to this if you're starting a diet regime. So I'll give you a simple example. अगर आपको मंथ ऑन मंथ सैलरी आ रहा है,
Hmm.
एक दिन आपका सैलरी बंद हो गया,
Hmm.
what is the first thing that you'll do? You'll start saving.
No, I'll start panicking. The second thing I'll
So,
do is start saving.
Your body is doing the same mechanism. If you're continuously providing food after every 2 to 4 hours,
Yes.
your body is utilizing in the form of energy, converting to energy.
Otherwise, it is going into fasting mode.
Yeah, it will start storing in the form of fat for future purpose. Like
I
how we are saving the money for future.
Yeah.
यहाँ पे वो fats store हो रहा है और वो आपका body utilize करता है for energy. Now that is breaking the Krebs cycle and it is going into gluconeogenesis.
Which is what we were discussing right at the top.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So frequent meals are what we prescribe with a portion control.
So that's the important thing, right? People say we
Right.
do 5 meals, we do 6 meals.
Right.
But there's the 3 main meals,
Yeah.
which has your fiber, protein, carb, breakfast,
Yes.
lunch, dinner.
Right.
The in-betweens, what do you recommend? Like 2 in-betweens or
Simple.
once every 2 hours, or how do you break it down?
2 to 3 hours का gap रख के आप
Okay.
simple liquids ले सकते हो like buttermilk or there is any healthy soup or even bedtime milk counts as a smaller meal.
Should we throw in carbs into this or no?
No,
In the small
no.
meals.
Don't worry about the carbs if you are looking at the meal timings first. That is always your priority. And
Okay.
then see what you're eating.
Got it. Okay. So, and those you can keep simple all the way up to liquids. Just liquids will
Just
do. A
liquids
vegetable
also will
juice, a chas.
Veggies, of course. So maybe in the dinner time, where I told because of this metabolic cycle, your metabolism is at peak in the morning. By the end of the day, it lowers down before sunset. If you stop eating before sunset, then it's beneficial. Why?
Hmm.
Because after sunset, your metabolism is not that good. The same food that you have been eating in the breakfast, if you have it in the dinner, it might not be as good metabolized like it was for your breakfast.
It
Even
might
if
not
the
break
sugar
down.
spikes, if you see for the same thing in morning and evening, it will show different.
I understand. Which comes down again to the circadian rhythm.
Yes.
If my last meal is 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., pre-sunset, but I sleep at midnight, that is a problem?
Yes, of course, you're not. Then what time are you waking up? That is also one thing to look after, because if you're not completing your 8 hours of sleep, if you're not waking up early,
So you're saying my circadian rhythm should not be any time after sunrise. It should start as close to, my eating should start as close to
True.
sunrise as possible.
6 to 8 is the best time.
Okay.
Even walking at that time is very preferred
Okay.
because you get your vitamin D during that time.
Walk first and then eat, or eat first and then walk?
You should never do any workout on empty stomach. So a
Okay.
simple thing like the superfoods in the morning or few nuts in the morning, and then you go for a walk, or just a small green juice, your fibers before the walk, or any exercise. After the exercise, you require proteins.
Yes. Okay, so the main breakfast after the exercise.
yeah.
But when you leave, you're going for a walk
Yeah.
to the gym for a swim
Or
or
a
whatever it
simple
is.
one single fruit before a workout is
Okay.
good. Your carbohydrate should be there before a heavy workout.
You were quite clear about you should never ever exercise on an empty stomach.
Right.
Tell me why.
See, your metabolism is already at peak in the morning.
Okay.
Exercise again is boosting your metabolism and your empty stomach.
Okay.
The food will again be stored. So
Okay.
you
So give it
require
something to burn.
energy before the workout.
Yeah.
Give a boost before the workout. Your workout will be healthy workout. Okay. And after the workout, you give your proteins for the muscle tear, muscle buildup, lean proteins. So this is how it should be: the carbohydrates before the workout, proteins after the workout.
Okay. So nuts or some sort of vegetable juice?
Green juices, yes.
Green juices before
Or
before
detox
the workout.
juices. We have nuts before, along with the glass of simple lukewarm water.
Got it. Okay, which helps in digestion, if
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
yes.
Okay, now let me come to vegetarianism and up it a little bit and go to a vegan diet.
Right.
Everybody says that it's healthy. You can't argue that. But there are some things that even within that vegetarian or vegan diet one should avoid, be careful about.
See, vegan only because of the source of cholesterol, people are trying to avoid it.
Okay,
Okay. But fats are not bad.
fair.
Okay. So they are protecting you from shocks.
But there's healthy fats and unhealthy
Yeah.
fats. We
So
have to divide
healthy
that
fats,
also.
intake of healthy fats in your diet. Also, with other perspective, if we see, we have the vitamin solubility. So there are fat soluble vitamins,
Okay,
which
sure.
are your A, D, E, K.
Okay,
They require fat for its absorption in the body.
got it.
Okay. Also, fats are protecting your vital organs from
Sure.
shocks.
Okay,
ओके सो फैट्स बुरे बिल्कुल नहीं है और फाइबर क्या करता है ग्रीन्स और वेजिटेबल्स में और वेजिटेरियन डाइट में एक तो मैंने बताया इट स्टेज इन द गट फॉर अ लॉन्गर टाइम इट हेल्प्स इन एब्जॉर्प्शन दे आर लाइक योर रूट्स इट
Yeah.
इज होल्डिंग अ लॉट ऑफ वाटर इट इज होल्डिंग अ लॉट ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स आराम से काम कर रहा है हम बोल सकते हैं एक नॉर्मल वॉक लेना बेटर है देन द स्प्रिंट्स
Yeah, I firmly
Okay.
believe that. But there is the whole cottage industry, as it were, of intermittent fasting, skipping meals, calorie deficits.
I'll simplify
How is that good
it
or
to-
bad?
I'll simplify it by just saying that intermittent fasting, yes, you fast. It is not bad. Okay. But if you're eating correctly in the eating window period, you're not eating outside the window period, then the fasting is helpful.
Okay, so if I'm doing the standard, say 16,
You are
8,
fasting in the time where the food is getting properly metabolized. That is not advisable. If you fast after 5:30 till morning, it is good.
but that's the circadian rhythm anyway,
Yeah.
almost.
So that is simplifying it.
I see. Okay, so that can intermittent fasting followed as part of a circadian rhythm,
Right.
and you're eating healthy,
Right.
you're eating the right stuff, that actually works. It sort of fits into a lot of
Yes.
other things.
That is the basics we follow from the start.
Okay,
We don't fall for such traps even with our patients.
I see. No, fair, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Now, here's what I want to do. As we come towards the end of our conversation, I want to do a bit of a quick rapid fire with you. Okay?
Interesting.
Let me throw food items, drink items,
Right.
consumption items at you.
Right.
You tell me what the healthy replacement is.
Okay.
Can we run with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fantastic. So, white rice.
Okay. I'm not against white rice.
Okay.
But I would quickly say you can go for quinoa. Okay. Dalia. They taste very similar to white rice.
Okay.
So you can have a dalia khichdi. You can have boiled dalia with your dal and vegetable also. So they are healthy replacements.
Okay.
Quick healthy replacements. Even brown rice
Okay.
is good because of the not excess, good amount of fiber in it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Butter on toast.
This is very interesting. Coming from a Gujarati background, I would advise bajra roti
Okay.
with 1 teaspoon of white makhan and garlic chutney.
Bajra roti, white makhan, and garlic chutney.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're giving good fats.
Yeah, that actually sounds tasty. I'm
And the
happy
garlic
to do that.
chutney is giving you that spice that
Yeah.
you require.
And it's a
Which
superfood.
your butter, you'll start forgetting your butter if you start taking white makhan in your diet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not throwing ghee into this picture.
And the cracker is coming from the bajra roti, of course.
Correct. Ghee you're not putting into this?
Ghee has two different perspectives. One is from the Western culture, one is from the Ayurveda.
Okay.
Okay, so Western cultures have been labeling it as a saturated fat.
Sure.
Now, once I mentioned about MUFA and PUFA, those are unsaturated fats which are good for the body, and saturated fats are bad for the body. But ghee is a very good combination, we can say. It is
Okay.
sattvic in nature as per Ayurveda. It is a blend of even saturated fatty acids, okay, good fats. It also has omega 3.
Fair.
Okay, so अब कल से घी बंद मत करो. आप
Understood.
घी और ऑयल पेयर करो टू improve the quality of
You said that.
fats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So on a scale of bad to good, it is certainly more on the good side.
Your ancestors are PhD in nutrition. Okay. So today what we are learning is not even masters in nutrition.
Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough.
So ghee in your diet was never harmful before.
Got it.
Why? Because you had a healthy lifestyle. You were doing a natural workout.
Yes.
Okay. Nowadays we have a closed gym environment where you are working out.
Yes.
Okay. You
There
are
it's-
eating unhealthy along with healthy things.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
body is confused.
So there at some point, a generation or two ago, there
Yeah.
the concept of unhealthy food almost didn't exist.
Eat what your dadi and nani have been eating.
Fair enough. Now coming back to the rapid fire.
Right.
Potato chips, what am I replacing with?
Ragi baked chips.
Okay.
My favorite khakras. You get a
Okay.
lot of flavors in khakras.
Okay.
Okay. Kale chips.
Okay. I'm not a fan of kale
Because
is a
of the
leaf, yaar.
I know. I
Huh.
know.
How do we make chips out of it? But it's just a thing in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's also a taste thing, honestly.
It is always the taste thing.
Pretty
Even
much. Yeah.
when we were talking about oils, we only look after the flavor and the taste of it.
Yeah. The health angle comes
And things
much later.
like the earlier example that I gave you, it is tasty, it is healthy.
Yeah.
So आपका healthy चीज़ हमेशा bland होगा ऐसा नहीं है.
No, I know. I realize. No, I'm to that bajra roti with a white
Garlic
makhan and the
chutney,
garlic
yeah.
chutney is already sounding good to me.
Right.
Sugary breakfast foods or packaged breakfast foods?
Best is your South Indian food.
Okay.
Okay, you give me every day, I'll never say no to it.
Fair
It is a
enough.
good blend of protein source also. Okay. Cereal and milk. अगर if non-diabetics है तो आप सुबह porridges and खीर भी खा सकते हो.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So they are giving you good quality protein
Okay.
in the morning.
Okay. Now, something that is sort of important to me, colas.
Okay. Now we have the labels here as well.
Huh.
Zero sugar, diet colas. I'll tell you one interesting thing here.
I've always found that a little iffy.
You can actually answer it yourself. I'll give you an example. If आप एक अच्छे मुंबई के रेस्टोरेंट में जा रहे हो
हाँ.
and you are ordering our favorite मुंबई का पाव भाजी,
Yes.
what will you pair it up with?
A chas.
That are better options.
Yeah.
A chas, shikanji,
Yeah.
nimbu pani over
Yes.
colas. It is always marketed that way. That cola and pav bhaji goes together.
I realize, so it doesn't necessarily work for me.
What
I
is
want
this
something
diet
more
diet
soothing.
colas doing? They are hiding the sugars. They are saying it is sugar free, but it has unhealthy fats also. It is simply altering your brain by increasing the desire for highly palatable and ultra processed foods.
Yeah.
So अगर आप डाइट खा रहे हो, डाइट कोला ले रहे हो, पर उसके साथ क्या खा रहे हो आप?
Yeah. Yeah, now I want something that goes with
Excess
the diet cola, something
शुगर,
that...
एक्सेस सॉल्ट,
Yeah.
उसमें कितना सोडियम है? अगर शुगर नहीं है तो सोडियम प्रिजर्व करने के लिए डाल रहे हैं.
So my food is compensating for the lack of what I'm seeing in the diet cola.
Exactly. We are fooling ourselves.
Wow. Okay. So basically back to chas then.
Yes, my favorite.
Nimbu pani.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
I
take that.
carry my chas ka bottle every day.
Is that right?
Every 365 days.
Oh, that's impressive. Okay, that's something to learn.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap, here's one piece of advice. We've processed a lot in the course of this conversation.
Yeah.
All of it is not going to be practically speaking,
Yeah.
executable immediately. Some of these things need to be built into the system one by one.
Right.
But if there's something that I want to improve my heart health with, to change my diet with, that I can do tomorrow morning, what is the first thing I should do?
See, there's an illusion that we always have. It's a very blur thing that we, over the period of time, now we have believed that food is the medicine. But जब भी drugs, pharma companies नहीं थे, food was the only medicine.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Okay,
right.
so this is your take. That don't just eliminate foods from your diet which you have been eating from the start.
Have foods as medicine.
As medicine.
Otherwise, you will be having medicine as food.
So all foods
a-
will be superfoods for you.
Yeah. It's a well-known quote, but
Correct,
pretty much this
correct.
whole conversation has been based literally around that.
And one more quote I would say, this is what has brought me into this field. I had come across this in my college. There was a poster which said, If the doctors of today don't become the nutritionist, then the nutritionist will become the doctors of future.
Wow. Okay, I see what you're saying. So eating is the very base of a healthy existence.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Even as a doctor, you should be emphasizing more on eating.
Absolutely. It's preventive to begin
It's
with.
preventive. It is what is helping you to cure from diseases.
Absolutely.
अगर आपको डायबिटीज है, हार्ट इश्यूज है, आप कल से पहले खाना चालू करो.
Fair enough. No, I appreciate
Then eating the medicines and the drugs,
that. Absolutely.
which have a lot of side effects.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Just to be able to manage quantities and do it in a healthy manner.
Just keep it simple. You just have to eat.
Like
And
how
stay
Nani
healthy.
Dadi used to eat, that is the way I should eat.
Exactly.
Perfectly fine. That is wonderful advice and culminates what we've been chatting about in a great way.
Yeah.
So, Jinal, thank you very much for doing this. It was
Thank
an
you.
absolute pleasure and so many learnings from this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Now, that was an eye opening discussion. A big thank you to dietitian Jinal Patel for breaking down complex nutritional science into simple, actionable steps. It's clear that small changes in our diet can have a massive impact on our heart health. If you found this episode valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have questions or a topic you'd like us to cover, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, make mindful choices and take care of your heart. In the heart of Mumbai stands a name trusted by thousands. Over 1 lakh heart procedures, 200 plus years of combined experience. From diagnosis to recovery, your heart gets complete care under one roof. Because when it comes to your heart, experience isn't optional, it's everything. Zainova Shalby Hospitals. Experience you can trust, care that you deserve.